Hey everybody, how you doing? Okay, so I just got done dropping off my mom's friend who is looking like a pirate because she had eye surgery yesterday and they detached her iris. So something to be thankful for today is that you have an intact iris, an eyeball, most likely, unless you don't. In which case, sorry to hear that. Yeah. So anyway, but she's getting that worked out, and also I'm on the way to a really cool customer of mine's. That's mine's. I watched this. I had this deal. I watched this one, like Maury Povich or something. It was a talk show of some kind where this trans girl, guy, whatever, was on there talk and did the big like reveal, like as in, hey, guess what? I'm a man, like for real, and and he was talking to, I think it was Maury Povich, and he was like, or he, she, whatever, no offense meaning, but it's confusing. I don't give a whatever. It's effing confusing regardless. So anyway, he's on there, and she's like, she's like, no, Maury, and if I hit it once, that's mine's. That's just mine's. That's mine's. That's just mine's. Anyway, so it was funny. So I busted that out for a while, like that's mine's. So anyway, so the reason that I make what got me sparking this video right now is, number one, I'm in a good mood. I'm on the way to a really cool customer's house to pick up final check. We did his roof, we did gutters, we did siding, over $100,000 worth of stuff. It was a crazy kind of project, very very detail oriented, and everything worked out great in the end. But all hell broke loose. That the supplier gave us like the wrong material and all this other crazy stuff. Like I almost had my siders walk off the job waiting for it, all sorts of stuff. So anyway, brought it to a head. Customer's happy. Hey Dave, how you doing? If you're watching this, we're friends on Facebook now. Super cool guy. Happy to know him. And so heading down there right now to pick up final payment, which is awesome. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention, which is the contrast of how my life is today, and thank God, very profitable. It ended up being pretty profitable, even though guy got a dynamite deal. Hey Dave, you got a he was a shrewd customer for sure. So that's besides the point. I had just passed a spot dropping off my mom's friend at the eye doctor just now, that really just sparked my memory, which was this story real quick. It was a little clinic that they've got a parking lot across the way, and it's pretty high traffic. I don't know why we stopped there of all places, but this was a number of years ago, maybe five years ago, something like that, and I was with this female that her thing was stealing cars. Okay, this was back in drug days, whatever. Sober now, life is amazing. And so anyway, we're walking. We needed a car. We're in West St. Paul, and somebody just happened to have their minivan running, and and we jumped in it and took off. My bad to minivan owner. They got it back eventually. I think so. Pretty sure. I don't know. But what we did was took off, and we stopped at the parking lot of the place I just dropped my mom's friend off at to get some new license plates for so we changed out the license plates of the deal. And what's the punchline of the thing is that at a little bit later on that day, I used that stolen car to drive to court in Stillwater for stealing a car, because I had court for stealing a car. So I stole a car to get to court for stealing a car. Yeah, that freaking happened. Anyhow, so and I would have got away with it too if it weren't for those meddling kids. No, I actually did get away with it that particular day. So anyway, it's a gorgeous day today, though, to be alive, to, you know, be on the other side of so much hard stuff, so much stuff that, like, looking back on it is just like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. You know, completely different modality these days, and it's such a blessing to have the contrast of just absolutely terrible and hopeless and suicidal and, you know, just like whatever, to in pain and misery and shame on a daily basis, to having all of that lifted, having those monkeys off of my back, and to have joy and peace and happiness and all of these things in my life today. And one of the message at the end of this that I want to convey is the fact that things change. Okay, if you're in a tough spot, I felt I liken it to be if you're in a tough spot, that you won't be there forever unless you are, I guess. But the chances of that are slim if you take some decisive action. Just baby steps. The journey of 1,000 miles or 10,000 miles begins with a single step. Every building that you see started with one single, you know, initiation, a cornerstone or whatever. And that I liken, if you're feeling stuck and you're like, oh, this is hopeless for me, really what I liken it to is just like mentally being in a hole. Okay, when you're in a hole that's kind of a deep hole, you cannot see all of the stuff that's around you. You could literally have all of the resources in the world and everything that you need, like within your not far out of your reach, but you cannot see them, being that you're literally in a hole, and all you can see is the dirt and grime that is in your immediate vicinity in the hole. But all you need, a couple different things, is to give yourself a little bit of a break and a leg up to be able to see above, change your perspective to see that there actually is an abundant supply of resources and amazing opportunity in this world. Yeah, it is available. I'll keep this short without going into more detail about, you know, the step-by-step process that has worked for me, that will absolutely work for you, or your freaking money back. You know, I'm not special. I'm not special. I'm not the brightest bulb in the world. I'm not the dimmest either. But if you're the average human being is capable of amazing things and absolutely a beautiful life. And the main thing that most of us are suffering from is hopelessness, because we don't have any direction and we're actively engaged in toxic relationships, eating toxic food, and not giving the body what it needs. And we cannot have a realistic expectation of happiness in this world if we're ingesting freaking poison, drugs, you know, prescription, you know, or non-prescription food laden with pesticides and all sorts of mess, relationships that are poisoning our mental state, which poisons our physical state, and dwelling upon, you know, things that are, you know, fretting over things that are beyond our control. But what is within our control is a lot of things, enough that we can pull ourselves up and gain some perspective. If we can get a little bit of a break, take a couple steps backwards. We don't always need to be going forwards. Self-care, to love ourselves, to take care of ourselves so we can take care of the rest of it. But we need to take care of ourselves first and foremost, and we do that by protecting this vessel that we use to get around and interact with the world. And yeah, anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're not, get out, get moving. Stop eating the poisonous food and engaging in the self-defeating activities. Give yourself a fighting chance. I didn't know it. It's taken me a long time to figure this stuff out, but this is what's been working for me. Total transformation. Fuck recovery, okay? Let's do total transformation to something that's so good that the drugs and alcohol and our former way of operating is not even the least bit attractive to us, because what we have now is so fucking awesome. And that's what I want for you, and that's what I'm trying to build in my life, and I'm making progress. Anyway, love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye.